Hello, YouTube channel family and Facebook family. How are you? I hope you're well. Sorry I haven't been posting as of late. I've been a little off my game in the sense of feeling comfortable on camera. As you see, I've got like zits, and I'm gonna get past it and just talk to you guys because I feel like I've got some things on my mind and have been stuck at home because I've been recovering from a cold and from the weather being bright and sunny and then ridiculously cold and rainy out of nowhere. Like there's just sad clouds randomly in Melbourne. Um, but yeah, I chose like a really terrible time to be here. Um, that's besides the point. So I've been doing a lot of research online, and a lot of news feed has been happening in my Facebook showing me a lot of graphic videos from thank you, PETA. Um, yeah, it may be nerve-wracking and it may be something that you don't want to necessarily be looking at, but it is the truth of what is actually happening. It's not like we're trying to scare you. It's more like maybe pay attention. Because I know I didn't for the longest time. I grew up in Texas. I used to eat steak for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and sometimes a snack, and then a block of cheese. And I would wonder to myself, why can't I go to the bathroom? Why haven't I actually? When is the last time I went to the bathroom? Huh. I mean, I was not a regular pooper. I wasn't healthy. I always had tons of breakouts, and I've been eating meat as of late. I know, sorry for those of you who know me as a vegetarian, but I've been eating some home cooked meals, and they're free, and that's what you do. Yeah, and I need to stick to more. I need to be more diligent, and need to be more practical with my practice, in the sense of keeping my word to myself and to the divine. That's what I've come to find out, is that food used to be a cultural setting or seating. Um, Food used to be medicinal, and now it's just to fix our appetite. We've become such slobs. We're like angry toddlers. We're like, no, I want to have pork. I want my bacon. It's when you really realize what the farm industry is doing to those animals, first off, and then second off, how much water and how much pollution goes into these farms and takes away from our environment. And already, if that doesn't shock you, it's like if you don't see the pictures of how they're actually being treated or smell them on the highway. My friend and I, we call it Cowschwitz. It's absolutely disgusting. You can smell it miles away. I mean, that should be a sign. But for some reason, we still eat it, and we still drive through the window asking for a double, maybe even a triple bacon cheeseburger. Um, and I don't judge those who eat meat because, like I said, I still do it occasionally. My body craves it, and I'm from the South. It's hard to give up. But I will say there are some amazing vegetables out there that can really blow your mind. Not even like this tofu, this soy stuff, like beans. Don't just have them refried, like put some flavor in them, or just have them be themselves and then add some other ingredients to it. I mean, there's so many amazing recipes out there, and I'm not saying go full vegan, but try a few recipes here and there and give it a chance to open your spectrum. But also, guys, you have to go to organic farms, because I remember when I came back from Greece, I was in Thessaloniki on a photo shoot, and we my crew was unbelievable. They wanted to spoil me because I was still very much a sheltered eater. I had been around the world. I was in Germany, I was in France, I was in Italy, I was even in Australia, I was on all sorts of coasts in the US. I had been all sorts of places, but I was still eating like an American and just like, no, 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 I'll have a pasta Alfredo or chicken Alfredo, please. What do you mean you don't have that in Italy? Or ordering a pepperoni pizza and seeing peppers and onions on my pizza and not have my regular, usual pizza, and I would freak out like I was a little spoiled brat. I wasn't cultured. And in some terms, people would say, then if you have no culture, then you have no mother. And I agree with that. I sat down at this mom and pop Greek restaurant. I can't remember the name to save my life. But I remember the face of the chef because everyone started ordering and then it came out on the table and I wasn't going to eat any of it. There was a Greek salad with tomato and cucumber and feta, and then and I didn't eat cucumbers. I didn't eat tomatoes. I ate the cheese. I was like, yes, I will take that fried cheese. I will take the tzatziki. Oh, that stuff is so good and homemade. So amazing. Then they had grilled and blackened squid. That time of my life, that was hard. I only liked squid when it was fried and in batter and it was nothing but clogged arteries, pretty much. No nutritional value whatsoever. And they had these grilled sardines. That's where they kind of lost me. Where I was like, you can put on my plate. But as soon as they offered that to me, I was like, no, 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 I don't do salty fish, no, no. And that's when the chef came out. Big, heavy set. I mean, all chefs, you know that look. They're all heavy set, but he was about maybe 6 foot. He had full Greek beard, hairy motherfucker, and he just came up at me and he was like, if you don't eat my mother's food, you're insulting my mother. She's coming in about 5 minutes. And I was like, I don't want to insult your mother. Just put on my plate, put on my plate. And he would watch me. Sure enough, mom comes around the corner and I just start eating. And then all of a sudden, the sensation that took over my taste buds. That was the first time I fell in love with food. Just freshly caught fish from the sea within the day. I mean, the morning catch. Freshly picked off of their garden tomatoes and olive oil that was so pure and so sweet, and it was just like, it was like butter. It was better than butter. I have to tell you, like, you have to try and embrace the good that comes from earth. Pure, manipulated earth. Because even when I came back to Texas, I tried to recreate my salad. I was so excited. I came home and I was like, Mom, okay, I'm gonna make you a Greek salad. This is gonna be great. And I recreate the whole thing, and it just tasted like water. There was no flavor to my tomato. There was nothing to my cucumber. And I kept adding more vinegar, adding more salt, which I didn't have to do there. I wish I could inspire people to eat more organic and go to your local farmers markets and support your local farmers. Become more of a community again. I'm looking forward to getting back to LA so badly. I'm going to be back there on Wednesday, and it opens up so many other possibilities for food and for your body and for your well-being and for the rest of the world. So please, for the sake of our children's children, to one day live in an environment that isn't completely toxic. Less is more. I'm not saying give it up. I'm just saying less is more. Eat more greens. educate yourself a little bit more on the industry if you have the time. I understand we're all really busy. And to those of you who are the wonder parents, super mom, super dad, thank you. But also, when you look into your children's eyes, just take a moment. Thank you guys. Peace and love.